Hello guys, and welcome back to another video. So the sole purpose of this bench session was to actually max out and see where my 1 rep max lies. Ideally 135 kilos, which was the target. But the last 2 sessions in the build-up was 110 kilograms for 4x4 and 102.5 kilos by 7 reps by 3 sets. And as you can see, I failed the last set. So yeah, not ideal. I felt as if I got that last rep in, maybe it would have indicated that I was ready to get 135. But also I struggled throughout the session. And I think that's due to me losing weight. I think at this stage, when you lose weight, it really impacts your benching. And maybe I jumped the gun in terms of the difficulty of the sessions. But yeah. Anyway, you'll see how this session ended up. Warming up as usual. And bearing in mind, when I used to bench last year before my shoulder injury, I was taking 10 grams of creatine, and I was also alongside it taking pre-workout. So when you factor in those things, and when I think about that and I analyze it, I think it only makes sense that I'm not going to be where I used to be just yet. It's only been 2.5 months, and if a session like this doesn't go the way it's meant to be planned, then it's not the end of the world. And in a month's time, as time moves on and with consistency, I most likely will get 135 and beyond. So yeah, it's just a patience game, really. It's also very hard to be able to understand how what your body reacts best to in terms of training. And I've clearly haven't figured that out. And maybe these past 6 weeks, I've been on the lighter end, as opposed to lifting the heavier weights for less reps. So I need to look out for that. Maybe I should mix both, but I should alternate, so that when I do go for 1 rep maxes, it's not like a foreign weight for me, where my nervous system's not primed enough to handle that much weight. I do probably have the strength for it, but not top end. I don't have the top end strength, but I've got the explosiveness to do it from all the lighter weights. So I need to combine doing lighter weights for higher reps with also doing heavier weights for less reps, but always keeping the effort relative to what I can do and not going 100%, because the carryover into the next session is probably going to fatigue me. So yeah, but here we go. 120. It looked great, but it felt, when I jumped from 110 to 120, and I knew I wasn't going to get it today. You could just tell. And yeah, that 125 was good pause, but it moved very slow. And in my head, I was very disappointed, because I knew, almost like I knew I wouldn't get it, because I was just thinking, what, I'm going to get 10 kilos more than that, and it felt like that. And yeah, but nonetheless, it was still a nice looking 125 kilos, solid pause. And yeah, before I was injured, I didn't train by pausing. It was touch and go. So I'm definitely not as strong as I used to be, but considering I used to not pause, it's still impressive that I can do that. So yeah, I was very shocked with how this moved. I generally thought like I would struggle with that, considering how the the 125 went. But there is a silver lining to this, and as you're going to see, 132.5 kilo, PB since injury. So this is my personal best. I've been back 2.5 months. Bearing in mind the pause wasn't long enough, but nonetheless, I'm still happy with that, and I'll take that as a PB, as a paused PB as well. And here I just load up 135. The guy in the background's gonna kindly spot for me. And yeah, I think I took a 7-minute break between those 2 reps. As you could see, couldn't get it. Made it to midway. It kind of, watching the footage back, told me that if I just had that tiny bit more, I could have maybe potentially got it up. And so, you know, in 6 weeks' time, when I max out again, I should definitely be able to get it. But I'm afraid that's how it is sometimes. For me, personal bests are just, I don't really get them often. I know some people get them like very frequently, but I don't know. I just got to get it right, keep going, and hopefully I'll be able to get it. But yeah, definitely not too hard on myself, considering I used to take a lot of creatine, a lot of pre-workout. And if you know, you know, it helps you so much in terms of, especially for strength stuff. Just makes you superhuman. So I have no doubt. It says it takes 3 months to get your strength back. So within 2 months, I should be back to where I want to be. I don't think I'm going to choose a day to max out again, because it seems that every day I do it, I don't feel good on that day. If I was to do this maybe 2 sessions ago, I probably would have done a better job. So yeah, I'm going to stay away from actually choosing a day to max out. If I feel good whilst I'm benching and I feel like I'm ready to max out, then I'll do that. But apart from that, yeah. But thanks for watching, like and subscribe. Next video is going to be benching again. I'm not really changing it up. Still waiting for my knees to just feel a bit better for squatting, and yeah.